All right, so I'm back with another big container, and this time I'm actually, look, it's even got little cherry blossoms and things on it. This time I'm actually going with probably the best of the bins. So if you've made it this far, this is kind of a reward. you get to see the best now. After this, I do have one more bin, but it's a smaller one, same kind of style, but it's a smaller bin. The other one is going to have newer stuff and a few things I had on display. So it'll go kind of quickly and it'll be a nice way to end the video. And I did put something in there I do intend to keep. And so I have a little story to share with that. So maybe I'll break this video into a couple parts. I don't really know, actually. We'll find out. Okay. So we got a couple of, so this is, I don't even know, Sideshow collectibles. This t-shirt, haha, get some light on good old Palpatine, then he'll glow in the dark. I'm not gonna prove it, just tell you. That kind of goes on the top there. I don't really remember this. I must have picked this up maybe from like I don't know, maybe, I actually really don't remember getting this. Firing Cannon Yoda. Oh, I see, he's in like a little ship thing, or it's just like a Gatling gun Yoda. Don't really know what to make of this one. That's Yoda. I guess I don't think I had a Yoda, and so I wanted to get a Yoda, and I picked that up at some point. Anyway, this one, Padme. This was actually my first episode 1 action figure, so that was kind of a cool thing. I do have a couple more I'll show, but yeah, I mean, like, who didn't like Padme back in the day? I guess this is another toy from the the fast food chains. I guess I have a couple of Yodas here. A little hard to see, but here, I'll take these out. This one, actually, these are kind of cool. But yeah, there's just the little Yoda. This was the toy for the little kids, you know, under 2 or whatever it was. So hey, yeah, I'll get the Yoda so that you don't actually choke. These are the interesting thing. These are all the cups that go with these toppers. This was another one of those things from back in the day. So, for example, with the R2 one, which is actually probably the best one. Nope, that's not R2. Hold on. The R2 one, you had, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous, but you had little R2 in a cup form. So kind of a novel idea. It was fun. I'm sure someone's, you know, bound to want all of these. Now these, I actually did have these on a shelf back in the day, and I thought these were really cool. Again, you know, you can look up all of this stuff. I know there are books made of this stuff. If I had time and space, I probably would take really good photos of all of these. But I'm thinking the person who's going to pick these up, you know, it's going to be a complete collection. They're going to want to, this is terrifying. They're going to want to go through all this. And, you know, the person who picks this up is probably a collector who's going to appreciate this. It's not like some, you know, someone's just going to sort of say, hey, why not? What is going on there? There's like marker or dye that is kind of like bled around her face, but also that does not in any way look like Natalie Portman. I don't think so anyway. That's a very strange mold. It's a huge forehead. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, sorry. Little sidetrack, little tangent there. There you go. Whoa! Whoa. There's Darth Maul. Here's a mug with, I guess, something. I don't know. A little cool little stormtrooper mug. But I don't like collecting mugs. That's one thing I've never liked. So I think someone gave that to me. It was really nice, but this was cool. I don't know if it still works. I know the batteries are out of it. But it's a bank, and when you put deposit a coin in here, then they move and do a whole thing. It's kind of fun. I'll have them right there with me. Okay, so these are a lot of the loose Star Wars toys. Actually, remember this one is like Bespin, and it just kind of floated between a couple of magnets. This one I remember being pretty cool. I actually will show you this, because you push this plunger in. This is the New Hope toy, and inside, not sure if you can see it, but it's got one of those little flint mechanisms, and it just starts to spark, and it looks like it's exploding. So that's the exploding Death Star from the end of the movie right there. This one, oh, here, I'll show you this one too, actually. I won't show you too many of these. I know I already said I wouldn't, but Darth Vader, right? Yoda. So that's kind of a neat little one. These toys, you know, they're Happy Meal toys, you know? they're the little kids' meal toys that you can get, and you know, it was all fine. This was like a floating Boba Fett. A lot of fun stuff. I think that was, I don't know, R2 opened up or something like that. Oh, here's a nice little C-3PO. I wonder if Little Manna might actually want this. I don't know. Probably not. Nope. We're not going to go there. Oh, I'll have to get that one out in a little bit. This was, these are a couple of my Micro Machines sets, and this isn't the first toy that I had gotten, Star Wars toy I'd gotten, but these sets were among the first, neither of these being the first. I don't know if that makes sense. Oh, okay, so that opens up, and this is a little Cloud City. You could, let's see if I can maybe show it this way. So you have like the Cloud City scene. You could actually push Luke through the glass in the back, which is why this was in a bag, because if you pull this little lever on the back, boom, then the glass breaks. So that has all of the parts in it. It's got, you know, a little Luke, it's got Chewbacca, Darth Vader, a Stormtrooper, one of the little workers, and the Slave One. Gosh, I'm forgetting some of my Star Wars lore, but Boba Fett's ship there anyway. So that's a pretty neat little one there. I didn't care too much for that style, where it was like a head, but this one's cool. Yeah, this one, like you had this little Millennium Falcon that stood on this stand. You can actually take it off. You could sit down some of these Cantina characters. You could have Greedo, right? There's Greedo, sit in the chair, and see, I think Han shot first. Let's see if I can get this. Hold on, maybe if I move it to this one. All right, does that show you? Yeah. So push down on the table, and there goes Greedo. That was a fun little thing. But man, that Millennium Falcon model is really gorgeous. I mean, just take a look at that. Just the little Micro Machines, you know, really well designed. Who doesn't love the Millennium Falcon? Whoop. Speaking of, here's a Millennium Falcon toy. I know it's under the Ziploc, but that one, I forget, it just makes noise, I think. Return of the Jedi. What is this? Oh, it's a wristwatch? I don't even remember this at all. I mean, I remember the tin, but I don't remember the wristwatch. Kind of a neat little wristwatch. It's got Princess Leia. Yeah, I don't remember this at all. All of the plastic straws for those big drinks. I forgot about these. I have all of them. Every single one has a straw. So that cup collection, you know, someone might want that. It's a complete one. I've got another lightsaber. So let's do it. This one appears to be, actually this appears to be identical to the other one. So that's interesting. This actually was part of my Halloween costume way back when, and it had a little voice modulator. You would turn this on and it would make your voice go down an octave, but you could also push a little button here, and oops, and that button on the top, it's a little dark, a little hard to see, but that button says DV breathing. It would do Darth Vader's breathing sound. You can adjust the volume and stuff. But I went as Darth Vader one year for Halloween. It was one of the few scary or villainous Halloween costumes I ever had. And oh, so unfortunately, I remember scaring some kids, and that ruined Halloween for me. Although then I still one year went as a ring wraith because it was an easy costume, but that was about all I remember doing. A little Darth Vader bronze keychain. Here we go. Here's another of the Star Wars lightsabers. This one I do remember. Ooh, this one's a nice long one. This one has a good balance to it, and it was battery operated. It would make nice lightsaber sounds and things like that. But I don't love that the bottom part of the blade is always there. Kind of a weird thing. That was one of the early lightsabers they had. Now this was actually something, I mean, it's almost hard to get rid of because this was from the old Star Tours at Disneyland. And it was C-3PO. And I actually didn't know, this is actually the oldest toy I have of Star Wars, I believe. This was from way back in the day. You know, you can kind of make your robot arm, you know, like, it's like, oh, can you get that for me? Thank you very much. I appreciate that.